Hi, my name is Vanette, and this presentation is about the rise of the flipped classroom. The rise of technology made information available at a low cost. We went from encyclopedia to Wikipedia. With the rise of easily available resources, interactive video shows a slight improvement from traditional in-person lecture. Therefore, open online educational resources are rising, such as MIT OpenCourseWare, Audacity, and Coursera. However, with all these advancements outside of school, tuition is non-stop rising. But why? Now, schools are under pressure to step up their game because everyone is wondering where all the tuition going. So how exactly do we define a flipped classroom? A flipped classroom consists of events that have traditionally taken place inside the classroom is now outside, and vice versa. This consists of two parts. First is interactive group learning, activities inside the classroom, and second is direct computer-based individual instruction outside the classroom. However, it gets more complicated than this. A successful flipped classroom needs to incorporate group-based interactive learning, and this has to be student-centered. There are theoretical frameworks for the flipped classroom. There are different learning styles. It is also peer-assisted collaborative and cooperative learning. According to Foot and Howe, there are three key parts to cooperative learning. First is students work in teams towards the attainment of some superordinate goal. Second is labor is divided between team members such that each individual takes responsibility for a different sub-goal. And lastly, individual contributions are pulled into a composite product to ensure that the goal is reached. Let's take a look at a school who has implemented flipped classroom. Clintondale High School. Several students in the video approve this method. They have almost 90% graduation rates and 80% college acceptance rate ever since the flipped classroom was implemented. So let's zoom into a specific student who benefited from this new instruction method, Daryl Wallace. His GPA raised from 2.5 to 3.5. He states that the flipped classroom helped him learn a lot and perform better in school. For homework, he would watch the assigned videos on his phone as he is on his way back home, which tackles about half his workload. With all these good news, we need to step back a little and do more research. So now, according to our guest speaker, Wenliang He, who have been a part of the flipped classroom research for 3 years, he states that overall flipped instruction has a very small advantage over traditional schooling. The results slightly differ, but he recommends to be careful of the quality when it comes to assigning videos. The flipped method must be carefully and efficiently executed by the teacher. So as he recommends, the assigned videos shouldn't be too long, and there must be interactive assignments or quizzes to motivate students to do their work. And start simple and slow, aka partially flipped, some lectures outside and some inside, so that everyone can get used to this emerging teaching method. As for my opinion, overall flipped classroom targets students who really needs help. It is a place where the educator guides on the side, which results in a student-centered classroom. However, even though there are problems, it can be fixed through time and finance, such as students' access to technology and Wi-Fi. So, after-school programs could be implemented for this in order to solve the problem. And I approve for the flipped classroom considering I have experienced it myself during college. There are more interactions and people get to exercise their skills on the subject while asking for direct help rather than simply regurgitating information.